Bill Gates is the fourth richest person on Earth, with a net worth of approximately $104 billion, and he is giving away all his money. His philanthropic efforts have saved millions of lives, and he plans to give away the vast majority of his fortune before he dies. Gates spends billions fighting diseases and climate change, but he also likes to splurge from time to time if that's okay. His real estate portfolio is constantly expanding. Gates owns everything from mansions to hotels. He even owns more farmland than anyone else in the US. When he's not saving the world, Gates spends his time admiring his collection of rare paintings or cruising down the coast in his Porsche Taycan. Chances are you know who Bill Gates is and how he's amassed such a massive fortune. He founded a little company called Microsoft in 1975 with one of his high school friends, Paul Allen, and success came relatively quickly. In 1987, Gates became a millionaire at just 31 years old. Though Bill Gates stepped down as the CEO of Microsoft in 2006, his net worth has only increased since. He has stocks in multiple companies through his holding company Cascade Investments, including stock in Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts, Corbis, Deere & Company, and Beyond Meat. With all the money Bill Gates has received from his business success, he could spend $1 million per day for 245 years. It's hard to imagine how you would even go about spending such a fortune, but Bill has certainly found a few ways. Like his close friend and fellow billionaire Warren Buffett, Gates has a reputation for being frugal, so it might surprise you to learn that he owns a sprawling estate in Medina, Washington, that's worth about $125 million. The mansion is affectionately named Xanadu 2.0 in honor of Citizen Kane's house from the film of the same name. Gates bought the property way back in 1988 for just $2 million and took another $63 million to build to Bill Gates' satisfaction, and today it's practically heaven on earth. That means the home is completely decked out with everything he could ever want. The 66,000 square foot mansion is even built into the surrounding hillside, so the interior temperature can be regulated more efficiently. To give you an idea of the scale, 500,000 board feet of lumber was needed to complete the project. The house was built with 500-year-old Douglas fir trees, and 300 construction workers labored on the home, 100 of whom were electricians. The estate has 24 luxurious bathrooms, 7 bedrooms, and 6 kitchens, all of which are stocked with a high-tech sensor system. The home is referred to as a smart complex for many reasons, one of which is because the house has the ability to regulate and change temperature, lighting, and even the art that will be displayed on the high-definition monitors according to the preference of the visitors. Now, these features are impressive, but there are some other features that only a billionaire like Bill Gates can afford. There's a 2,500 square foot gym, which includes an area with 20-foot ceilings that also happens to be a trampoline room. The 1,500 square foot home theater can accommodate 20 guests in plush seats. It's designed in an Art Deco style with comfortable armchairs, couches, and even a popcorn machine for snacking. The building also features a 2,100 square foot library. Like any self-respecting billionaire's library, there are 2 hidden rooms behind the bookshelf, one of which opens up into a speakeasy. If there are guests over, there are plenty of ways to keep them entertained. There's an enormous reception hall that could accommodate up to 200 guests. The 2,300 square foot hall could seat up to 150 people for a dinner party, or 200 people standing up at a cocktail event. A 6-foot wide limestone fireplace dominates one wall, while another wall has a 22-foot wide video screen. Then there's the outside, where the pool has its own building. The 60-foot pool house has an underwater music system, an entire locker room, and a spa area. In addition, the building features a 6,300 square foot underground garage. Altogether, Gates's garages can accommodate up to 23 cars. There are several different garages located at different points around the property. The most interesting one, however, is an underground cave made out of concrete and stainless steel. That garage alone can park 10 cars. Some of the concrete was purposefully broken to give it a rough, deconstructivist look. And just to put this amazing home in perspective, one Microsoft employee paid $35,000 just for a private tour of the facility. The lakefront property has its own beach, but the sand isn't native to Lake Washington. Instead, the sand was imported from the Caribbean, allowing him to lounge in beautiful white sand even in the Pacific Northwest. Bill Gates also paid $43 million on March 27, 2020 to his California real estate holdings on an oceanfront property in Del Mar, California. The 5,800 square foot home has 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and 120 feet of beachfront access. But the amenities don't stop there. The $1 million beach home has a 10-person jacuzzi, a swimming pool, a health spa, a home theater, a tennis court, a large greenhouse, and a pair of guest houses. Gates is also a bit of a cowboy, as he owns numerous ranches throughout the US. In 2014, Bill Gates purchased Rancho Paciana, a 229-acre compound outside of San Diego. The property cost him $18 million and comes with a favorite amenity of the wealthy, horse stables. The property includes a guest house, office, veterinarian suite, orchard, 5 barns, and a 3/4-mile racetrack to take the horses out for a spin. But that isn't Bill Gates' only horse property. Apparently, space for over 100 horses doesn't quite cut it. Bill has spent $59 million on several ranch properties in Wellington, Florida. This was all in an attempt to give his daughter, Jennifer Gates, a place to help with equestrian activities, something she's quite distinguished in. There are several homes, stables, pastures, and racetracks spread across the land. At least one of the homes on the property is 7,000 square feet, with 4 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. Gates also owns an $8.7 million horse farm in Wellington, Florida. The 492-acre ranch Gates owns in Wyoming is both valuable and historic. The $8.9 million property was once owned by Buffalo Bill, and is just a short drive away from picturesque Yellowstone National Park. The property has a spacious hunting cabin, guest house, caretaker's house, and dairy cabin. Now, that's a lot of properties, but we're not quite finished. Bill also owns a $12.5 million home in Palm Desert, California, which is set against the golf course and has 6 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. If Gates is ever away from Washington State, he has plenty of places to stay all around the US because he owns half of the Four Seasons hotel chain through his holding company, Cascade Investment. He's also part owner of the Charles Hotel in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The vast majority of Gates's real estate portfolio is made up of farmland. He's the largest individual owner of farmland in the US and owns more than 242,000 acres. We're not exactly sure what Gates plans to do with this $1 billion worth of farmland, but it probably has something to do with sustainable agriculture. Gates owns 69,071 acres of farmland in Louisiana, 47,927 acres in Arkansas, and 20,588 acres in Nebraska. Bill Gates is also an avid art collector, which is why he spends a significant part of his fortune buying some of the greatest artworks in history. His art collections include works by Winslow Homer, Andrew Wyeth, and Leonardo da Vinci. He set an art record in 1998 when he bought Winslow Homer's Lost on the Grand Banks for $36 million. The purchase was the most expensive sale in art history at the time. The stunning work of art now hangs outside the library in his Washington State mansion. Childa Hassam's The Room of Flowers, which is worth about $20 million, hangs inside his library. In 1999, Gates paid $27.5 million for George Bellows' Polo Crowd at Sotheby's auction. Gates also owns William Merritt Chase's The Nursery, which is worth about $10 million. Gates's favorite piece in this collection is Leonardo da Vinci's Codex Leicester. He purchased the one-of-a-kind handwritten scientific journal for $30.8 million. Bill Gates doesn't display all of his paintings. He keeps some in storage and admires digital versions. His Washington State mansion is equipped with $80,000 worth of computer screens. The screens hang on the walls and images can be changed with the touch of a button. The homes are also stocked with cars, about $5.1 million worth to be exact. He owns a Jaguar XJ6, a Ferrari 348, a Lamborghini Aventador valued at $600,000, a Bugatti Veyron worth $1.7 million, and a handful of vintage Porsches. Gates doesn't just drive in style, he flies in style too. He owns a Bombardier BD700 Global Express with seating for up to 19 people and a $40 million price tag. Gates only uses sustainable jet fuel and he spends as much as $7 million every year to offset the family's aviation emissions. Gates has referred to his private plane as a guilty pleasure and a big splurge. Anyone who has that kind of money certainly has to have their own island. Bill Gates owns an island in Belize called Grand Bog Kai, which is currently valued at $25 million. The island, which is reportedly the largest in the Turneffe Atoll, is located around 24 miles east of Belize City. The entire island spans approximately 400 acres. Bill Gates may own a lot of extravagant items, but he gives away a lot more money than he spends. Bill is often commended for his philanthropy, and for a good reason. In 2000, Bill and his wife Melinda began the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which has donated more than $36 billion towards improving global health and education and reducing poverty. It's the largest private foundation in the world, holding $46.8 billion in assets. In 2017 alone, the company donated $4.8 billion. In fact, Bill is almost entirely focused on philanthropy now that his focus on his career has slowed. In 2010, 10, Bill and his wife Melinda founded the Giving Pledge with Warren Buffett. The charitable campaign encourages the world's billionaires to give away most of their money before they die. Bill and Melinda Gates have personally donated more than $50 billion to charity since 1994. As you can see, Bill Gates can spend his money however he pleases. So, what do you think? What would you do if you had a net worth like Bill Gates? Would you be investing in some luxurious private jets or luxurious mansions? Let me know in the comments section down below. Before you go, make sure you give us a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon to turn on notifications so you can stay up to date with our latest videos. If you want to discover how Jeff Bezos spends his billions, also check out this video showing up on screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video.